Hello everyone and welcome to Gone Home. This is a game that I know absolutely nothing about, actually. The music though, already super enjoying it. It makes me optimistic actually. Let's just do it. No idea what to expect. Use the facade to look around using mouse, okay? You start my timer. The Fulbright Company presents.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Gone Home, baby. June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. Got my bag. High mouse sensitivity. Let's change that up real quick. That's a little more manageable. Caitlin Greenbrier. I'm in Portland. Nice. Okay. Let's open a door. Oh. Katie, sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please, please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want Mom and Dad or anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you, Sam. Oh. Do I have keys? Ooh, are there keys under the plant? Okay, this mouse is still too sensitive. Okay, both doors are locked. The window... Oh. $5.99. Steal of a deal for a Christmas duck. You are my friend now. I will call you Ronald Donald. Sit here, Donald. I will return. Goodness. I think I was turning the mouse up. Hold on. What happens if I put it like all the way this way? Yeah. Okay, that's a little better, I think. Oh, there you go. Content feedback there. Oh, look at me. I'm a pretty little gal. Boarding pass back from my year in Europe. Ooh, she spent a year in Europe. Can I lock that door? Okay. Wow. Not liking this. An invoice. I don't know what this is.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
Okay. So where did she go then? Excuse me, Rhonda. Toilet paper. Soft puts. Soft plus. Really not digging the whole thunderstorm. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Oh, were they mapping me out? That's kind of cute. Phone. Yeah, I got no one to call.
Sam. Sam. Hello? Sam!
Sam, Katie, Mom, Dad. Okay.
Where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Okay. I was having some troubles at Europe then. And my little sis wasn't there to help me. Pardon me, Ronald. Are you on light switch? Yeah. Goodness, this is... Goodness. I'm pretty well-to-do, aren't I? YouTube's treating me well. Here, Donald, I'm going to have you as my emotional support duck. Right here. Welcome, new student. We hope that you're excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that we can get right into the swing of things. Okay.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class, and I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl. Great.
Oscar Doc Mason, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8th, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. A service will be held Sunday at the First Methodist Church, 1 p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbrier, as well as, in spirit, people of Boone County, whom he provides wellness and comfort. I'm going to assume that that is my grandfather. Right. And I'm so badly hoping that that is just a TV. Oh, yo. Is that me or Sam? Is Sam in the military?
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevation.
See, now the thing is, I don't know if this is a horror game. Because it very well could be. They say that a jack of all trades is the master of none. I have to agree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player, you'd be glad to know the Pioneer seems to share this particular. See, any game with dark rooms is, to me, a horror game, because I am scared of the dark. Killing of JFK. A theory. An important new look at the circumstances surrounding one of the greatest tragedies of our time. Yeah. I hate the dark anyway. So, like, any room that is not supremely well lit, there we go, strikes fear into my heart, and I die internally. Examine form. Electrical inspection. I'm gonna... Is our electricity meets local code? Yes. Is there a deficiency which needs correcting? Wiring in the house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added to the structure over the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupts circuit wire directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floors, and fixtures of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenbrier, since there are no current safety concerns, issues will not be addressed. Okay. Okay, good to know. After I've just explained my fear of the dark, lights might Was that just me? I think that was just me. Let me just go through my house and turn on all the lights coming home. I could never live in a mansion, you know? They're much too big. They're too big, and I'm prone to feeling lonely. I share all. I'm a tell-all kind of guy. And there's so many dark rooms. And fear! Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth. From an editing standpoint, there's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If this were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Alright. 0451. I'm gonna write that down. Okay, so I'm assuming that's my dad. My dad's just he gets a little sidetracked on his ruminations. Stranger under my roof. The teen years are fraught with change of all types, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but these changes don't just affect your teen. Your teen's turbulent years are a challenge for parents as well. Maybe the biggest challenge you'll yet faced since having children. This book holds insight into teenage behavior in various beginnings. Was I being a bit of a stinker? Was I being a little rebellious? Well, maybe Sam was. Yeah, so Sam's in. I'm operating under the assumption that my sister Sam is in the military. What are you? Dad's second book, The Accidental Pariah. Very obsessed with Kennedy, it seems. So my pops is a writer, and a good one. But he gets wordy, which is fair. When I write stuff, I get pretty wordy too. Ooh, inner combination. I just found a 4-digit tang. 1. Hehehe. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at your offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Will and testament. Alright. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, I do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. 1. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County and that I am unmarried and have no children. 2. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors living or dead. 3. I do here bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts, to my nephew, Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr. of Ellis County. So that would be my dad. So yeah, this is my grandpa. No, great uncle. Yeah, great uncle, wouldn't it be? Who left his estate to my dad, and that's why we have this place and money and richness. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbrier Jr. should predecease me, then and in such event, the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children, as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. If I get Pops out of the picture, I'm next up. I subscribe my name to this will. This 13th day of August 1973, signed Oscar Mason. Ah, I see. Okay, that was his will and testament. I like that I've just come home and I'm just trashing my house. Maybe I am the disrespectful one. Okay, I assume that's all that I have here to find. There's nothing else in the library. Nice. Sorry, I get nervous if the lights aren't all on. That's me in real life coming through. Reproductive system worksheet. Wait, the menstrual cycle. A novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1937, Essa Glatz stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wilhelm in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy who she's engaged starts to develop. Wait, she's engaged to wed, meanwhile deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. Essa's train approaches its destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. And then there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovaries release its ovum. It travels through the fallopian tubes. Whenever I see a cute man, dude, you don't even know. Over the wheezing of his steam engines, a deep hum grows. It comes from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the stations. A whistling sound. Essen, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out towards her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes lock and a moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. That's actually well written. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in the hometown were killed. The rest, including Essa and, for a time, Borislav, huddled in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bed sheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. This is the incredible female body. This is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. To be fair, that is just what it is. Yeah, that teacher probably wanted to see her just to like get some inspiration and understand like how did you come up with something so brilliant? Because that's fair. That's the story. That's the menstrual cycle. Well done. We have our own little bar in here? Dude. Let's go. Good. Can I pour myself a drink? Now let's play some tunes. Ooh, that's my jam, yo.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through. Now that it's happened, I just can't believe it. I've done the best I could to keep from feeling blue. Can't get you off my mind. What am I gonna do?
Voodoo, mildew, and shandu.
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were.
I'm right here looking at you, honey. If it ain't me, it's my shadow.
Do you think I sent you far away?
I ain't been nowhere.
Sorry, I thought you'd stay away from me. But you got me back. You left your roots all around.
Oh no.
My trunk in town.
He's got a lot of his second book,
Thought I'd give the praise.
which means it maybe didn't sell very well. Or maybe he's just got a lot of extra copies.
Your kisses keep on haunting me.
Gentle savior, external pariah. One thing that does help quell my fear of the dark is if I go in with music playing. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Thank you for having Danny over. To your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighter tape. Heck yeah. And I gave my permission. I'm not good at reading cursive. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome to come back to our house to any time. Sincerely, Mary Shoots?
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
I'm liking Sam. She's a sweetie. Very human, normal. Man, I always felt bad growing up, because I didn't have many friends, right? But then there were some people that I just didn't. There's some people that I just genuinely didn't enjoy my time with. And I'm like, now I was like, well, is that really worth pursuing a friendship with someone that doesn't make you happy? And it's not. It's not worth it, ever. Because you should always be making choices that benefit your own happipiness, right? But I always just felt so bad because I'm like, well, I don't have any friends, and the opportunity I have to make friends, I'm throwing aside. It's just because I just wasn't a happy kid, you know? I didn't have friends, and the only people who gave me attention were kids that I didn't get on with and people who bullied me, So it's, yeah, I don't know. It's just stuff that I think about sometimes. Hi, Lonnie.